And we should be live. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Yay.
back to our Call of Cthulhu Shadows over Stillwater adventure on Uncanny _adventures. We've been gone for a little bit, but now we're back. Last time we played, everyone had ended up inside a facility dug out of part of the mesa. There may have been some snake people. Olive may have come through alive, even though most of us thought she might not make it. And now we're back to see if she can survive another session. But we're gonna go around and say hi to everybody, and then we're gonna jump in and see what happens this time. So why don't we start with our doctor, Dr. Viola, who hasn't been around in a little bit and is back now. Vivacia, hi.
Hey, yeah, it's been a while. So, yeah, I'm playing Dr. Viola Markward, who's been probably just trailing behind the whole time. Probably, talking badly about some of Olive's choices.
Very likely.
but yeah, I am very interested to see where all this snake people person stuff goes to. And since there is equipment here for experiments, she's definitely interested in finding out what the heck's going on. And if that has to do with like the zombies out in the city.
Indeed. As that is a looming threat that is still possibly happening in town. Who knows? But why don't we say hi? Hey, D Sword, what's up?
Hi everybody. I'm Derek Sword, DSword16 on Twitter, and I'll save the rest of my plugs for the end. But for this game, I will be playing Solomon or Sol Henson, who is a Tennessee Union veteran and has gotten himself into quite a bit of a mess. He's no longer paralyzed as he was for a good portion of the last game. So he also could not reprimand Olive for her terrible laugh choices.
And how about you, Vex?
Hi. Well, and I'm playing Kiyo, who did get to give Olive shit for her poor life choices, but doesn't blame her too much.
That's fair. And how about you, Callie?
Hi, I'm Callie. I'm playing the Olive in question. She's a journalist who has the mental capacity of a shrimp and, and is just trying her best to get the story. That's it. That's Olive.
Heart of a lion, brain of a shrimp. That's not even fair. Olive's not dumb. She's
Impulsive?
foolhardy.
Yeah.
I think in the moment,
Not considering consequences.
yeah, I think that she realizes once it's
Impulsive.
happening, but in the instant of the decision, it's like, yeah, there's not that, it's not there until afterward. It catches up, and then it's like, oh, I messed up.
Yeah. That's exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
I like it. It's fair. So, and just a reminder, I'm looking at the screen, and the good doctor still has an advantage that you're hanging on to there. So, you can roll with advantage at some point. Might come in the clutch. And Solomon is hanging on to two natural 20s, which here were two successes, that are kind of still there for your use. And if anyone wants to help the players or me or hinder the players or me, you can donate. There's instructions for donating down below, and you can influence how some things may or may not turn out in the adventure. And I'm Jeanette. I am the keeper this evening, and I'm responsible to facilitate the adventure. So I get to sit back and watch what they all do, and it's fun. All right. So last time, you all did a little exploring inside of this facility. You have killed a number of these snake creatures. A few of the smaller creatures ran away. Some of them ran up one of the tunnels and disappeared up to another level above. A couple of them ran down, heading back down into the lower facility. So you do know that your presence here is not a surprise, probably, to very many anymore. Kiyo, I believe you wrote down all the things you collected last time from that other room. Did you
thought
not?
I did, but apparently I didn't.
Oh,
Or
no.
wherever it is, I lost it.
That's okay. So let's see real quick.
My apologies.
No worries. Let me find my notes on what you found in there.
It's one of those moments where I'm like, I went looking for it and I just can't find it.
Yep. All right. So level 2 of the facility. Armory. So, you found 10 crystals that were opaque and egg-shaped and about 2 inches in size. You found 12 of the palm-sized milky white crystals. They look very similar to what Olive was using, the thing she took off of the snake person that she was shooting at him. So you found 12 of those. You found 10 of the flat palm-sized grayish stones that you all have actually seen one before. It's the thing that sort of lit up inside the saloon and you were able to see images and things of another location. So you found 10 of those. Let's see. You also found 8 amber-colored crystals that are about 4 inches long and 1 inch in diameter. And those have a black triangular mark on each end. You found 20, let's see, pale green colored crystals that are also about 4 inches long with the marks on the end. These look a lot like the item that was thrown that paralyzed Sol. And you found 30 of the little, like, various size crystals that look like the same crystals that were in many of the wind chimes and decorations hanging around the town of Stillwater. So these look like those surveillance type gems that they seem to have used to keep an eye on the town.
And I think she left those ones behind because she doesn't like that. She ain't about that life.
But those are the things that you recovered from inside of that room. Oh,
Perfect.
also, let's see. There's also a crate that you hadn't gotten to open last time in the corner of the room. Do you want to investigate the crate or leave it alone?
Have to investigate it.
All right, so
Curiosity.
All right, so you go over and open the crate. Inside the crate are what appear to be 12 rather large-sized rockets. They remind you of like a large bottle rocket, like a firework.
She's like, I can't carry those. Those might make a real good distraction later. And it's gonna kind of stow the things she can carry into her bag, and then kind of just push the crate out into the main area, kind of thing.
Okay, while Kiyo is inside this, what appears to be an armory, the good doctor and Olive had gone back to this surveillance room, this room with this equipment where you can view these images and things. And Olive, you were collecting them up, I believe, for evidence?
Crystals? Yeah.
Yes. So inside the room, there had been this weird pedestal thing and an indentation in the top. And when you put the crystals in it, you could sort of view, almost like looking through a camera, and you saw images projected on the wall.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Yes, I trying to get into the same brain that I had then, but like I believe that I was trying to pick up the crystals.
Okay. You're able to collect quite a few of them before you hear the sound of this crate scraping coming out from across the way, and you see Kiyo on the far side of the other room shoving this large crate into view.
All right,
What's
so
that?
before we do anything crazy, can I do some first aid on Olive?
Yes, you can.
I
That would
love
be.
that.
I mean, that might be a good idea. Before she runs off again. All right.
You mean before she inevitably gets herself back into trouble?
That come through.
It did. Uh-oh. So you try to sort of look at Olive's wounds, but Olive is not the most cooperative of patients, as she's very focused on collecting her evidence. Now, remember, with Cthulhu, you can spend luck to make a roll a success. So, it looks like you have a 71 on the first.
No.
You could spend luck to get it down to a 63 and make it a success. Or, yeah.
Or I could just wait 10, 15 minutes and try again.
You could.
When she's not so busy. So,
Hmm.
Olive, we're going to try this again while you're not so wiggly.
Okay.
All right.
It's okay. I'm okay.
I'm fine, she says, coughing up blood.
Just fine.
And Sol, you and Hank you can kind of if you go a little ways back up this kind of corridor that ascends to the next level, you hear the scraping of this large crate kind of across the ground from up above.
Yeah, well, Hank, I certainly don't like being separated from the rest of our party longer than we have to, and it sounds like one of them seems to have found something. My money's on Kiyo. Let's go see if I'm right.
Just gives you a nod, and he will turn and follow you back up the hallway into the next room. And you all can see Kiyo has this large open crate with these large funny bottle rockets inside.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see the bottle rocket.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
finished collecting your crystals, and you can come out into the main room and kind of get a look.
It's a shame we don't have Duncan anymore. We could have strapped those to him and made a really nice distraction.
Yeah, how big are they?
They're pretty good size. I mean, the bottle rockets are probably like diameter like that big, and they're probably 2 feet long themselves.
This is a morbid question, but do they look like they could like possibly strap like body parts to it and like have them explode?
I mean, they look like they could be. I mean, they could be strapped to things. Like if you wrapped like a cord around them and tied them, you could tie them to things.
Yeah, so Olive's mind goes straight to like these are she says, I think these are what they were shooting off when we thought it was Li Chen. And it's them, and they're probably strapping people to the rockets and like making them explode. And I don't know how crazy
Would they do that?
Like, I don't know. They're a snake people.
What if they were using the rockets as some sort of distraction? If they were doing something else that was perhaps loud or also created light, and they were using the rockets to try to say, oh, don't worry about that. It's just fireworks.
Okay.
I mean, your idea is certainly macabre. I'm trying to hope for the best here and hope that we don't have people being shot off into the stratosphere as if it was the 4th of July.
Look at the cat. Sorry.
Oh.
It's a kitty.
I mean, like, all of those people are going missing and nobody ever finds any trace of them. Like, what if this is why?
Didn't Hank say that they're just keeping them in here?
Well, what happens when they die?
Well,
While they're all talking, can the doctor go ahead and explore around where we are right now? Because I remember you guys said that snake person was doing some kind of experiments. If I can figure out what they were doing, if that involved like humans or animals.
sure. So in this room, you can give me a spot check, Doctor, as they're discussing these rockets. All right. So you don't like you're not going to find anything that's like crazy like hidden or anything, but what you do see as you're taking a good look around this room, it's got a couple of workbenches kind of spread out around the room. On the walls there's a few smaller benches, and there's also a lot of shelving lined up around the walls too. There's dozens of crystals. There's a lot of wire filaments and pieces of metal. There's some weird looking tools that, being a doctor, you kind of figure out like a couple of these seem like they'd be for cutting, a couple maybe for etching, maybe some soldering. And there's also very oddly shaped chairs sort of pulled up to many of these workbenches. You see to the north is a tunnel that sort of spirals up and away into the darkness. You're not sure where it goes, but you can hear like a loud thrumming sound coming from up above there. And you also find these funny looking palm-sized metal triangles that appear to be etched with some kind of glyphs or strange diagrams on a couple of the workbenches.
Right. So does that look like instructions or just labels? It's like
You can make me
like language.
either a science engineering roll, and I need a hard success, or you can roll me an intelligence roll, but you need an extreme success to try to figure out what this means.
Yeah. I only have science biology. I don't think I can roll that.
Okay. You can try for the intelligence roll, and you'd still have an advantage if you want to roll with an advantage die.
Yeah. Nope.
All right, so you're not really sure what it is. You do think it's some kind of language slash maybe instructions for something, but you just aren't sure what.
Can I tell what they're made of? Is it a specific metal? Is it something that, is it like something we see every day, or is it like a special metal, like a different color or something?
It's
Or an
a
alloy?
little bit of a lighter, like it's not a dark metal. You can't really tell if it's something you're familiar with, and it's very thin. So you'd think that it would be very easy, like, to bend, being so thin, almost as thin as like a tin foil, but it's very sturdy. Like, it does not bend and give. It's very solid. So you're not sure what this metal would be.
Is there anything that has openings on the equipment that looks like triangles?
No, you don't see anything where you would insert this. Just you definitely think this is more like instructions on how to do something with maybe some of the equipment here, but you're not sure what.
And there's no notebooks or any kind of lab records, because if they're doing experiments, they should keep track of that some way, somehow.
The only thing you find are more pieces of metal with etchings in it like these. So it almost seems like these are like their notes. Perhaps.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Now, has enough time gone by that I can try to sit on Olive and try another first aid check?
Maybe not quite yet.
'Cause
But
I'm gonna sit on her next time.
tell Hank to sit on her. No, but the rest of you, so you're still as the doctor is walking around this room kind of picking up and looking at things, you're still looking at these rockets. What do you want to do about these?
Well, I was thinking all else fails, we can set these off as a distraction if things go bad. Cause a bit of chaos.
I think that's a good enough idea until we come across anything better.
I don't think we can carry them anyways, so.
How heavy is that trunk you're carrying around?
You checking out the trunk, Kiyo, you think that this is probably at least a 2-person carry to sort of lug that around if you keep everything inside?
Bit too heavy for one of us.
Yeah, and I hate to put us up and have us carry that thing around. I also think strapping rockets to our persons probably isn't the best idea either. Not that these serpentine folk have showed themselves to utilize firearms of any kind, but still.
Not worth the risk.
It is.
We could always bring it into the main area where we were before, right? Keep them there just so if we do have to run, we can run by them.
I think that's a good idea.
All right. So I guess Solomon and Kiyo will carry it over there then?
Hank comes over. I can help.
All right.
Picks up one side of the crate. Helps to lug it over wherever you're going to leave it. So where do you think you want to leave the crate?
I'm thinking like kind of in the middle of this area here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So right near the entrance?
Yeah. Yeah, just so if we do get into an emergency, at least we can set that off as we run past. Also, how does it look like they're activated?
It does look like they have like a fuse system, like they're lit off much like a normal firework.
All right. So if all else fails, we can just light them all off, cook them all off in the container.
All right.
That'd be more than a distraction at that point. But, no, I do
It's
like
the perfect
that
kind
idea.
of distraction.
All right, well, Hank and I'll get the chest, Kiyo, if you want to give us some support on our way there.
Sounds
just
good.
in case.
All right.
Should we go along and start like making sure reloading, make sure all their guns are loaded and ready to go.
Excellent. So you do find your way, you follow the tunnel down, and you find your way back to sort of the entrance chamber where you can set the chest up kind of safely. A little bit sort of in the center of the room. So far, it's also been very quiet. Like, no one has come back that ran away at this point. So you're all still sort of left on your own right now. What do you want to do?
Should we head to where Hank was pointing?
Sure. I mean, there's plenty of places to go in this this area, it seems like, but you never know what we're going to run into if we take the wrong path.
Well, if we're looking at all the directions we're going, is there anything we can hear or smell? Is there any weird lights or anything coming from any direction, anywhere that we can like separate them from each other? Like maybe one is a kitchen, maybe one is a...
I will have you all, you can make spot and listen checks if you'd like to kind of see if you can tell where anybody has sort of holed up or moved away to at this point.
Ooh, sweet. That's an 11. It's an 11 for spot. And it's 79 for listen.
Okay, well, I'll make a roll for Hank. Let's see. Hank. So. Well, Hank's not a very good listener. That's no surprise. And... but he's pretty good seeing things. All right. So, who succeeded at their listen roll? Okay. And who succeeded at their spot rolls? Okay.
I had a hard success for listen.
Okay.
I say I got a hard success for spot.
Excellent. So, Solomon, you're the first to kind of, as you all kind of start looking around and listening, you pick up some noises coming from the lower tunnel that descends down to the lower levels in the direction that Hank has said that they are keeping their captives. You can hear, it sounds like some more like mechanical sounds, like there may be other machinery or something running down there. And also, you can't make out, you don't understand what's being said, but you do think you catch like low hisses. Like there's definitely someone down there, possibly lying in wait, that's been warned about your presence. And you and the rest also notice, that are listening. You can hear, like, there sounds like there's a lot of movement coming from this eastern tunnel. That Hank had pointed out was where he had slipped out and found those burrows that he was crawling through when Olive came in contact with him, and then you guys pulled them both back out. He had told you that that space was sort of a barracks of sorts for the smaller snake creatures that you had dealt with already at least once. It sounds like there's quite a few in there, and in fact, those of you who made your spot check, when you look toward that tunnel, you sort of see the glint of your light kind of hit off eyes down that darkened tunnel. They're not coming this way. It's like they're waiting to see what you do. But it definitely sounds like there's quite a few in there.
Maybe we should blow the way to that one. All right, so Hank had said that the way where the machines were coming from, that's where all the other prisoners are.
Yep, he says. So, he said, I had to pass through another one of them funny looking lab things, like sort of like the one we were just in, but it also weird, but weirder in a different weird way. When I got out of the cell and headed up that way, the cells are another level below that lab.
Kiyo kind of looks at someone. Say we cook some of those down into the tunnels.
And that's it on Olive now.
Yes, you would be able to, at this point while you're talking, be able to jump on Olive if you wanted to and try to bandage her up a little bit.
Yeah, but before we go any further, I think, Miss Archer, it might be in our collective best interest to make sure that you're feeling a little better.
I'm fine.
The doctor jumps on your back and knocks you on the ground.
Can I possibly do a first aid roll?
You can.
Okay. I will actually go ahead and use one of my auto 20s.
Oh, all right. Let's see.
I think that's a good idea.
Keep Olive alive.
So, with that, I will say, since you burned one of your nat 20s, rather than just the one hit point that you usually get from first aid, Olive will get 2.
Ooh.
Hey, 6 hit points.
Yep. Now, you
Heck
do know
yeah.
if you can find some time and spend a little more time, like if you had like an hour or so to really spend sort of patching her up, you could help her a little bit more. But for now, like this first aid will have to do.
Yeah, resting in the serpent's nest isn't ideal.
Yeah.
So if we're going to do down where the prisoners are, and it does sound like something's waiting for us, we better go prepared for an ambush.
As I was saying, we launch some of those down there. They would certainly cause a stir and probably give us time by lighting off lights. They won't be able to see.
Kiyo, since you're taking a moment, do you want to try to figure out what some of these other funny things you found do?
Sure.
Because they might be helpful and not just, things to collect. Let's see here. So if Kiyo shows off a few of these items, I will say that the palm-sized milky white crystals, because Olive used one. They're these funny beam weapons. They're a bit weird to kind of figure out how to fire, but you think you could maybe get them to work. You also do know, I'll say, what the paralysis grenades are, because
Mhm.
Solomon is very much aware of the effect that those have. So
Kiyo's aware too from watching them get used
Yep.
on Solomon, and actually her too, because they tried using them on her,
they
but
did.
she managed to roll well enough.
But you all can either roll me a science engineering with a hard success or a intelligence roll with an extreme success to try to figure out what these other items that Kiyo is carrying will do.
Oh, I think I actually rolled okay.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
All right, I actually have a really good roll for that.
So my
Hey.
intelligence is 80, and I got a 16.
Okay, so you definitely that should be an extreme success, I believe.
I was gonna say mine's also an extreme with 75 with a 7.
Nice, nice.
Smart.
So, between all of you, because everyone did get some pretty good rolls there for the most part, and a couple of extreme successes, which were necessary. The opaque egg-shaped devices, the 2-inch sort of long circular devices. So these things have like a small circular bluish stain on one side. If you press and hold that for a few seconds, they create an electromagnetic field that surrounds you and helps to prevent physical harm. It provides 10 points of armor for up to 5 rounds. So, and it's a one-time use. So when you burn a crystal, it's used up.
Which color ones are these again?
Those are the opaque egg-shaped crystals.
Okay.
The flat palm-sized crystals you knew were the communication ones. The explosive grenades, the amber-colored crystals, are explosive grenades. You arm them by depressing both ends for a minimum of 5 seconds, and it creates a delay of 5 seconds before it explodes. So hold for 5 seconds and throw. They may be pressed and held for up to a minute, which will then delay the explosion by an equal amount of time. The resulting explosion from an explosive grenade deals 4d6 damage to all within 4 yards radius. And then you still get hurt as you go out another yard and another yard until you're about 4 yards out from the center. And then, so you can still get injured even if you're not in the immediate blast radius.
All right.
So how many of the personal shields do we have?
10. So yeah, we can split those around between us.
Yes.
Yep. So give 2 to each person, including 2 to Hank.
Yeah.
That works.
We'll keep him alive.
Yep. So right. I'm just changing it to 2 opaque egg crystals. Everyone has 2 now.
All right.
And yeah, I think, like I said, we can always just launch some of those rockets down there too. Actually, how long did did it seem when we saw the fireworks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did it seem like they lasted a while, or is it like one of those like one and done, like it launches once and then just kind of?
Yeah,
Is done for-
it seemed like that. It seemed like each rocket
Perfect.
kind of fired and lit off a big kind of explosion and lights in the sky and, dust raining down, and then it was over and another one was launched.
All right, yeah. So we launch a couple of those down the hall, cause some trouble, run in.
So there were no humans in that lab, were there?
Hank looks over, he's like, I mean, only if they're currently doing anything that requires them to bring up somebody from the prison. Otherwise,
I mean,
They don't
shouldn't
keep
kill
them in
It's only
there.
fireworks.
Shouldn't, right? Okay.
It's fireworks. Fireworks never hurt anybody.
Really? How many lost hands have we treated? Whatever. If there is normally no prisoners in there, go ahead. Blow it up.
Kiyo just kind of gets a grin on her face and starts collecting. She'll collect 3 fireworks.
Okay.
to set them up so they all launch into the down the hall.
All right. So you line up and set up these fireworks, and where does everybody else stand as Kiyo's going to light these off?
Behind Kiyo.
Okay.
Well, not straight behind because,
Which tunnel are we going down? This one or
Yes,
this one?
that
Okay,
one.
I was right there. Okay.
Yep. That's the
mean,
one that
all
descends
have-
downward. The one to the east it stays at this level. It's still on
Okay.
the same floor. This other tunnel actually kind of descends down to the next level.
You guys can always just step into the alcove there and use it to hide.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I can set off the fireworks. I'm about to die. You don't
Nope.
have to.
Nope. Olive, get behind cover.
Hank's like looks at Olive. Are you okay?
I was just joking.
Are you okay? Like you like ran right up on that really big, like extra muscled snake fella and like jumped on top of him even though he like punched you in the face.
Yeah, that happened.
You like fight like in like an underground fighting circuit or something? Like is this a thing that you do on the side?
No. I just wanted to help my friends, and I'm paying for it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I know some pretty interesting people. They like to get into some rather extraordinary circumstances on their own, and I'm just gonna say that you're worrying me a little bit.
Now, Hank, Miss Archer has stared death in the face several times and has yet to blink. I'd put my money on Miss Olive surviving longer than the rest of us, to be honest.
Well, at this point, she's probably got some kind of luck or something. You carrying a rabbit's foot or something? Like something I don't know about?
Or shoe in the underwear, Hank.
I don't think so.
Callie, I don't think so. Checks inventory.
Pats herself down for animal parts.
May in fact have lucky coin. Not certain. We'll double check for later. Okay.
I do not know if I have that. I don't think I do. I think I just have a notepad.
It's
My
really
lucky
funny
notepad.
because Kiyo does have a lucky coin.
I like it. Okay. So, you all set up. Kiyo is in the lead with these explosives. You take 3 of them out of the chest, so you leave 9 more inside the chest. And the others sort of stay back, kind of out of the way in case, mishaps happen. Why don't you roll me a luck roll, Kiyo.
27.
7, okay.
27. 27. But it's 47 is my luck, so.
Excellent. So it's a success. All right. So you line up your rockets. What are you using to light these babies off?
Believe. I'd assume I probably have a lighter.
All right. So we'll light the
Yep. And
light
then
the
just kinda
fuses.
Step back a bit. And say, cover your ears. This is going to be loud.
The fuses all kind of burn up real quick, burn inside for a second, and then poof, 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 all of them just fire off, and these explosive fire kind of shoots out behind them, and they launch down the hallway. The first one kind of careens and explodes toward the end of this long kind of downward tunnel. The other 2 keep going a little further. You're pretty sure they get past and into the next room as they explode into the next room. And just set off a cacophonous explosion. So, Kiyo, roll me 6d6,
Ooh,
please.
6d6s. I like this. Do you want me to just give you the total numbers all together?
Sure.
All right. $20 damage on the button.
Ouch. Okay, so there is a cacophonous explosion down that hallway, and there are a handful of shrieking sounds as if there were perhaps someone or something in the path of these things specifically. There's also a lot of noises of like metal kind of clattering, and there's definitely the sound of glass exploding as these things probably have destroyed some of the equipment in this room below. You're the closest, Kiyo. You also notice after the explosions this purple sort of hazy smoke kind of coming back from the area of the explosion, moving up this hallway, kind of filling the space and sort of expanding out, finding a place to escape after the impact. So what do you do when you see this sort of purple haze kind of coming up the hall?
Does it look like it's riding higher or lower?
It's kind of filling the space at the moment.
All right. Kia's going to say back up more and get behind where, because she knows the door is, it's going to probably head to the door, right? So
It's possible, yep. So
I'd hold your breath just in case. And yeah, she's going to back up and...
Okay, so where does everyone like back up to get away from this? As Kiyo backs away, you also see this sort of thin purple haze kind of billowing back out of that space.
Also for a note, Kiyo looks very proud of herself.
Yeah, Viola definitely doesn't want to put her back to the tunnel where the little snakes are.
I mean, we can always just head up to this tunnel here. Because we've cleared that one already.
Yeah. Or this one, because this is where we came from?
Yeah, we don't want to go to there because we know that's where where open air is.
Ah.
And that's probably where the gas is gonna go. So yeah, if we head here, we've already cleared that tunnel, so we shouldn't have to worry. And if the gas keeps coming after us, we at least know what's at the end of the tunnel.
This is true. All right, so you make a run for the tunnel, the longer tunnel that you know heads up to the level up above. Actually, it goes up 2 levels above. And the gas kind of billows out and is kind of spreading through the space. The air coming in from the opening of the cave does kind of help to sort of vent it a little bit. Why don't you all, first of all, everybody roll me a luck roll.
There, success. Jeez.
Oh boy.
47 over 47.
Oof, okay. What about Olive? She's laughing. She's
not laughing. I'm smiling nervously. Got like an 80 and I don't have that much luck. So.
Okay, so Kiyo made the luck roll. All right, so...
It's the lucky coin, guys.
All right, so everyone who didn't make their luck roll, do me a favor and roll me a power roll now. Okay, Hank made it. Callie?
Is that a 100, Callie?
It's close. It's 98.
Oof, okay.
I think that's the best I ever rolled.
On the opposite side.
All right, so Olive, dear Olive,
Yes.
now you can roll me a Constitution roll, please.
Got a 73 over 55.
Oh boy, okay. So, so everyone else kind of outdistance the this purple haze and gets up the tunnel. Olive, in her injured condition, lags behind just a little bit, and all of you kind of, at one point, start coughing as you do sort of inhale a little bit of this. Yeah.
If I see Olive coughing, I'll take my bandana and kind of offer it to her, cover her face with.
Okay. Let me just roll a thing. So. Okay. So currently you're just coughing. And you kind of have to clear your throat, maybe take a drink of water, and then Solomon covers up your face. But you don't notice anything terrible about it in the moment. Also, it dissipates with the breeze coming in from outside, and then as you all kind of congregate a little ways further up this tunnel, it slowly kind of goes away until the air looks clear ahead of you again. And Olive, while you have a little bit of a cough, you don't feel any other ill effects from this.
All right. Sit in and see how it looks down there.
Yeah, let's check for carnage.
Do you want to try to be sneaky as you move your way down, or do you want to run in, guns blazing?
Consensus on sneaky, probably.
Sneaky with guns ready.
Oh, always ready.
Okay.
Do a rifle up.
So everyone can roll me a stealth roll.
If we can turn around Callie's luck here.
Okay, Hank is not that stealthy, but this is more of a more people succeed than fail type of thing. Solomon's pretty quiet. The good doctor's making a little bit of noise. How about...
I got a 31 over 25,
So, okay, you're making a bit of noise, and Kiyo?
50 over 50.
Alright, Kiyo's keeping quiet. Maybe right on the edge of noisy, but kind of keeps it still. But everyone else, you do note that you are a bit noisy, so you don't think you're going to get the element of surprise coming back down the tunnel now. Unless everything is dead, and then you're fine. So, you make your way down this tunnel. Who is in the lead?
Probably me. Considering I think one, I'm the healthiest, and two, I'm the one with the shotgun.
It's fair. Alright, so you make your way down this tunnel. As you come to the end where it starts to open up into a larger space, you can see that this does indeed appear to be another sort of laboratory of some sort. Once again, shelves and benches and things line the walls. Of course, in this case, things are sort of toppled over and disheveled, as there was just a very large explosion in the room. On some surfaces, you do in fact see this purplish residue, especially closest to where these rockets, are the meatiest parts of the rockets that are left are still there. And in fact, looking at some of them, you can see within the shell of the exploded rocket it's a purple color. Like this residue came from inside the rockets. There are a number of these strange chairs still here, and two of the benches here that are kind of turned on their side and one of them partially singed and destroyed appear to be fitted with sort of leather restraints that look like they're kind of just the right size for, say, a human person to be sort of strapped to a table. There are a large number of broken crystal vials scattered about. Various colored liquids spilled on the floor from some of these. Some of them are still intact, though, some at the further edges of the room. You notice collections of metal shavings. On one sort of bench that didn't get completely knocked over, there looks like there's various herbs and things. And other various compounds of different colors and hues are kind of moved about. There's also a lot of strange metal tools, some mixing bowls, all manner of chemicals and alchemical paraphernalia and things of that nature. Also, Doctor, you note that there are more of these triangular metal objects sort of scattered about here as well. Everybody,
Are any of these sciencey ingredients look like anything we know about? Like, is there any like mercury or stuff like that we would know, or is it just randomly colored stuff that we've never seen before?
why don't you, Doctor, roll me a science biology roll? So I will
I am
say,
so red today.
I will say that due to the explosion and things getting knocked around and kind of mixed up, some things you do probably think are familiar substances, but it's kind of so chaotic at this point from the explosion that it's hard to really specifically tell. Why don't you all make me either a listen or a spot hidden roll?
Ooh, nice.
Let me reveal the space for you.
Hmm.
Got a 16 out of 60.
Hey, I got a 5 over 50.
For a
Or
listen.
5 over 30.
Okay. All right, so those of you who had at least a regular success, whatever you rolled, either spot or listen, you either hear the sound of slight movement in the alcove to the west, which is the alcove. Where's my marker? Over to the left-hand side on the map. Or you just see some slight movement within that area, like something or someone is sort of hiding in that space. You also hear, those that use the listen check, coming from this tunnel that descends further down to the like a level below, the sound of voices. These are not kind of hissing and using that weird funny language. These are like human voices speaking in English. You can kind of hear they're muffled, so they're a bit of a distance down, but like yelling, you hear like a woman like, "Oh my God, what was that? Oh my God, is the whole place going to come down on our heads?" And someone else like crying maybe. And so you hear voices down below, and Hank kind of nods in that direction. He's like, "Yeah, that's where the cells are where they kept me." And then, did anyone get a hard success on their listen check?
I think I did. I got a 16 out of 60.
Yes. Olive, you hear, it sounds like someone or something is kind of down, like, through this other tunnel. This tunnel doesn't descend. It's another tunnel that stays at the same level that you're on, but it kind of disappears around a corner. So, like, there may be another room back there. But it sounds like someone might be back there. You also notice, all of you do, that from that tunnel, there's kind of a cool breeze, much cooler than the rest of this place, coming out of there. So it's like a number of degrees lower, almost like a refrigerator or something.
I will tell that I think that there's something in that direction to my compatriots and say, do you want to split up? You guys could go get the people and I could go down there and check that out.
You're not going anywhere alone.
Nope. First off, we got to check up that alcove.
Yes.
before we
Yeah.
do anything else, because I don't want to get jumped from behind. If they're as good as jumping as Olive is, I do not need anybody on my back.
Yeah.
So she will turn to that alcove, with her rifle out and just like, there's somebody hiding here. I'm going to be ready to blast him.
Hear low hissing sounds come from that alcove.
Yeah, I was just gonna call out. Come out, or we'll start shooting. Gun raised.
Okay, so everyone, I need you to tell me what your dexterities are.
25. Kiyo has
45.
a ridiculously bad dexterity.
70.
Okay. That's why Olive gets to run away from everybody. And what about Sol?
55.
5. What about Hank? Hank has he has a 65. Now, what about my friends? All my good dear friends.
The one thing Kiyo isn't the best at in stats wise, dex.
It's fair. All right. So, you order them to come out. Nothing moves in that area. Nothing responds to your demand, Kiyo. And Olive, so we'll say Olive, as Kiyo yells at them, like you can kind of decide what you would want to do first. Where's everybody? Where's Kiyo's little mini?
Impulsive. I shoot in that direction.
You just fire blindly in there to see if you can hit something?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that firing in blindly, you'll have a disadvantage die to try to just shoot and see if you randomly hit something.
Okay. Oh man. Oh. Dice. I got well, I rolled a 15 and a 5.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna say that yeah. That sounds
Anyway,
those
it
both
started
sound like
blasting.
successes.
And I didn't miss.
Must be a big snake.
Okay, so
I just picture it being the meat thing. It shoots, just ricochet us off a bunch of the walls and just hits something.
okay, so
Why don't you roll some damage?
6 damage.
Ow. Okay. There is a loud hissing sound, and it definitely sounds like it's a pained hissing as Olive fires blindly into the that area. And let me see here. Roll something because that was a good shot. Oh, okay. Nothing like shows up in the big opening. But I would say you do see just inside the doorway kind of a splatter of what appears to be this greenish blood. As all of you realize that you did in fact hit someone or something inside of that space. So, do you stay kind of in the center of the room, or do you want to try to move somewhere within the room to get some kind of cover or something?
I would like to Is there a way that I can move closer but also have some cover?
I would say there's enough things here. If you moved a little closer, you could probably like get behind one of those tables with the straps that got knocked askew.
Okay, I would like to do that then.
Okay, so you kind of move up and just take cover behind one of these things. Meanwhile, Hank just sort of staring open mouth in the direction of Olive and looking back at the rest of you like, hell. He is going to, rather than shoot blindly into the room, he kind of moves to the northern wall. He has the gun that Solomon has entrusted him with sort of readied, and he's pointing it toward the opening, but kind of keeps flicking his eyes back to the other tunnels, sort of making sure no one's coming. So he's basically prepared to fire if he can get a line of sight on somebody. Meanwhile, Sol, what would you like to do?
Deeply impressed by Olive's marksmanship. I think he's going to try and follow suit, especially if they can't see anything. But they do know something's there.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he'll try to take a shot with the. What does he have? I think it's a Winchester. Yeah, his 45 Winchester Centennial.
All right, so that would be with disadvantage as you're firing in, trying to see if you can hit something inside the darkened alcove of the room. Oh, wow. That's still an extreme success, even with a disadvantage die. 11 points of damage. Let's see.
It's doing trick shots at this point.
Roll me a d4, please. A 3. All right, so you actually, without meaning to, hit the same creature that Olive hit. And...
Hey, Olive, good job. Let's invent a high five.
Yeah.
So, because Olive had done enough to give this creature a mortal wound, you do enough to drop it to 0, and I have to roll a con roll to see whether or not this baby dies or just falls unconscious and is bleeding out. So let me roll a con roll for this fellow. All right, so you see, kind of in the corner of the doorway, one of these small snake creatures kind of grasp onto the wall. It kind of comes around the corner, like grasping onto the wall, and it is bleeding from 2 very well-placed blind shots that went into this room, and it is gasping as it looks like it is barely holding itself up, trying not to collapse. You recognize that it is in very real danger of dying. Like, it's just kind of willing itself to kind of stay up, and it's looking at you like and hissing and just kind of spitting up blood. Sol, do you want to stay kind of in the center of the room, or do you want to move as well as you see this creature kind of come out into the...
Yeah, I think that he's going to keep his distance from this thing, especially since he has a rifle and doesn't have a melee weapon right now.
Do you want to stay in the middle of the room? Do you want to move closer to Hank, closer to Olive?
Let's see. Looking at that. Yeah, I think he'll go and stand over by Olive.
Okay. Solomon kind of takes cover behind the table where Olive is as well.
I'll kind of lean in and go, now, you said your name was Olive Archer. Now, is that just is that just a name you go by, Miss Annie Oakley? Nope,
Man,
you're not.
that would
Okay.
have been that would have been really good.
I laughed. I was just muted.
No, I'm just a journalist.
I thought I'd, okay. I believe you, Wink. All right.
Hank sort of levels his gun at this creature kind of hanging on the wall, but he pauses in firing because he kind of thinks it's not a real danger to you all at the moment, and he doesn't want to waste his shot on something if just in case something else attacks you. Meanwhile, Dr. Viola, what do you want to do?
Well, if there's still space behind the table with Olive, I want to get behind the table and kind of prop the rifle up and get ready, just in case, something else comes from that direction. That's not just the one little one who's dying over there.
Okay.
Be ready.
All right. So as you stand there, let's see here. The doctor runs over, slides in behind the table as well, gets her rifle up and is pointing it into the alcove. At this point, the creature that is kind of holding onto the wall gasps a couple times and then loses its grip, and it kind of falls over on the floor and just collapses and starts twitching. As that happens, from in the shadows of the room, a couple of shapes start to sort of move, trying to move quickly to get into the doorway and kind of take action here. So as they do, both Dr. Viola and Hank can take their shots that they were kind of waiting on, as 3 more of these creatures kind of emerge from the darkness of this chamber. So I will let the good doctor go for... Ooh, man, you guys are good with firearms. That I will say...
Ready to murder Cthulhu if he ever shows up.
It is true. I will say that as the doctor fires, the one that you're shooting at does try to kind of dodge out of the way. Does not manage to dodge, so you can roll some damage against it.
Right. Dang, I should have just hit this, I guess.
Yeah, that'll
There.
do for damage. And you got another hard success, so it's worth it. Okay. 9 points of damage as it lunges out.
Not that good. It's 2d6 plus 3, so that is 3, or a 4, 2, or something.
All right, so. All right, you shoot it. It kind of gets a little thrown off its charge into the room as it takes this shot full center mass. And while it manages to kind of stay up, it is kind of doubled over, one clawed hand kind of covering the wound, and kind of now limping in your direction. So it's unable to complete its charge into the room. Now Hank is going to try to fire at the next one running in. So Hank will level his gun, given to him by Sol. So he fires, but the shot goes off one of the walls, and dust and debris kind of outward from the wall where he shoots. And so the 2 that are charging into the room are able to complete their run. One of them, the one that Hank shoots at, will run directly for him. The other one, let me see. Okay, it runs at the table and leaps over the table kind of into the group of you. I'm going to say the doctor is 1, Solomon is 2, and Olive is 3. We'll see who gets clipped.
No dodging?
Well, it depends on who he goes after. So, 1, 2, and 3. Rolling a d3. Oh boy, Olive. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Dear Olive, what will we ever do with you? So,
Well, from judging how this has been going, a graveyard's probably a good start.
it will.
Put flowers on my grave, everybody, please.
F in the chat for Olive. No, don't do that. Alright, so Olive. It leaps over, and it's got its teeth bared as it lunges over the top of the table and is just descending on top of you. So I'm going to roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Now, you do have the option to try to dodge. Let me roll first and see. You won't have to spend, because if you dodge, you do lose your action next turn. So you won't have to spend your action to dodge, because as it leaps in, because it's kind of diving into such a crowded area, its bite is thrown off a little bit as it lands like on top of you. It's still right there, kind of in the midst of all of you, but the teeth snap closed about 2 inches from your neck as you probably get pulled back by both the doctor and Solomon in the instant it lunges at you.
I've seen death so much it feels more like a memory.
Indeed. So Kiyo, you sort of are standing in the middle of this. Guns are firing. These creatures lunge into the light, and you're just sort of amongst this. And I like to think that Kiyo is so slow to react in a situation because you assess it. And in this moment,
mix of that and just that calm, like, okay, things are happening. All right, let's go.
Yes, and it is time for Kiyo to decide what she will do. Also, Olive is over there getting nearly chewed on by something again.
I mean, that's not a surprise. That's just the normal.
So the hurt one is the one that's still back here?
Yes, the hurt one was the one that stumbled back and lost his forward momentum. So he is not all the way in the room. The other two look fresh. They don't look like they were injured. You do notice now, though, as they sort of run past, the hurt one kind of trips over something, and you actually see that it trips over the leg of a very charred-looking one of these creatures. And you realize that, oh, some of these may have been killed in the explosion, and perhaps these other ones dragged their bodies into the alcove.
Yeah, Kiyo's gonna walk over to the one attacking Hank, because she figures Olive's got 2 people got it with her back. And yeah, she'll take a shot at that one with her shotgun. Moving closer just to kind of give the edge. That'll be... I have to always tab back. Where the hell are the firearms?
Oh, I do have to roll the attack against Hank, too, myself.
Hmm?
I forgot to roll the attack against Hank. Oh, it would have possibly hit him. Does he dodge? Oh, no.
Oof.
So Hank would have gotten bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I came over to help Hank.
Yes. Hank would have gotten bit, and Hank would take...
Because I know those bites are pretty scary.
They are pretty scary. So, he needs to make a con roll. Hank, hand ready. What are we ever going to do with you, friend? All right.
Well, plan is to turn him in for money, but...
Well, so Hank is going to take...
If he survives.
5 points of damage from this bite. Oh boy. 5 points of damage. Yeah, Hank's not looking too good either now. I mean, he was a little injured when you found him. But yeah. He's been pretty injured too. All right.
Yeah, Kiyo got an extreme success.
Oh boy. All right, so how much damage do you do to this creature as it bit Hank, and as its jaws loosen, you come over and and you shoot it with this shotgun.
All right, you get 2 more d4s for this, or d6s. 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 points of damage.
Let's see here. Well, Kiyo, you shoot it, and it just splatters against the wall behind you, or behind it, next to Hank. And Hank, like, covers his head as, like, all this gore kind of splatters all around him.
I just watched John Wick 3, and there's a scene with a shotgun there. Yeah, I can picture it. Yeah, Derek, you know exact scene I'm talking about, too.
I sure do. It's visual. Yeah.
It's real good, though.
Yeah, it sticks with you.
Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, she'll... I assume I can kind of walk closer to the injured one.
I would say you could take a couple steps in the direction
Yeah.
of the kind of kerfuffle that is Olive,
The-
this creature, Dr.
No,
Viola, and Sol.
I figured they got all of that. All of, like, they got 3 of them there. Olive's fine. I mean, this one here, the one that fell.
Yep. Oh, okay. So you sort of walk past.
Just to kind of put herself in front of the others, kind of thing. Also, be a bit intimidated because
Okay. Everybody, roll me a listen check, please. Solomon got it.
I failed.
I passed. I got 44 over 60.
Okay, so Solomon and Olive, as this one creature is kind of in the midst of you all behind this table, and hissing and kind of spitting in Olive's direction, the two of you notice the sound of like multiple footfalls. It sounds like it's coming from the tunnel that you entered this chamber from. You think that you're probably going to have company. And probably within the next less than maybe 15 seconds or so, something's running this way, and they're coming quick. And it sounds like there's a number of them coming this direction. So, Olive,
Mhm.
what do you want to do?
Okay.
Don't
so,
forget, you guys got personal shields, and I think Kiyo has some grenades.
Oh boy, yes, I heard they're coming through that thing, and I'm like, oh boy, they've made a mistake.
Okay.
Welcome to the meat grinder.
Tell me if this is possible, Jeanette, because this is the first thing that's popped in my brain, and I'm just going with the first thing that pops in my brain with Olive. Is it, the guy that's in front of me, the snake Snurson that's in front of me, he's hurt, right?
No, the one in front of you is not injured.
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to jump on this Snurson if I possibly can and try to get them in like a headlock and like point my gun at its head and kind of do like the I'm gonna shoot this guy if they come near me. Like, I would love to do that, please, for this like 5'6", very petite girl.
All right, so
who has no muscle.
You want to leap on top of this thing's back. I'm
Yes.
gonna say, you can decide. You can either roll me a strength or a dexterity to try to get.
I would love to roll a dexterity.
All right, and then it's gonna roll to try to like as you like grab on and try to like climb up on its back. It's gonna try to compete with you and stop you from getting on its back.
Okay. I rolled a 21 out of 70.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. All right, he's gonna try to make a strength roll to try to physically stop you from doing this. Ooh. So your 21 out of 70 is going to be... Is that a hard or an extreme success? Let's see. So it would be half would be 35. So it's definitely a hard success. Because 30... might even be an extreme. Double check. Ooh, don't spill the coffee. Coffee's important. Alright, let's see here. Just want to know because this is going to be close. Alright, so on a 70, you would be getting 35 would be a hard success, and a 14 would be an extreme success. So you got a hard success out of this. Now he got 55, he got a 13. So 27 would be a hard success. So, all right. So you both got a hard success. Because you initiated it, you managed to get on his back. He does not manage. He tries with all his might to stop you, but you just kind of crawl right around and kind of grab him in a hold from behind. And this creature is hissing and spitting and just freaking out that you're on its back with a gun pointed toward the back of its temple. It does not like this.
None of us do. We're all freaking out at this.
Do you say
Fine.
do you say
Yeah,
anything?
how's our sanity doing?
Oh, that's a good one. I mean,
Yeah, Olive is challenging my sanity more than the existence of serpentine snake people.
shit. Do you say anything, Olive, when you jump on the back of this creature?
Do I see the people coming or the Snursons coming?
You don't see them coming yet. I would say that what you do see is sort of, that creepy, like, shadows on the wall of them approaching, but you don't physically see them yet. So, like, it's really creepy. There's these elongated sort of serpentine shadows and multiple of them kind of reflecting on the wall and moving quickly, but they haven't rounded the corner just yet.
Is this all I could do on my action, or can I, evaluate this person, this snake person that I have in my grasp and see if they have, anything of value on them?
I'll say you can make a quick spot roll to see if you notice anything important on them.
Okay.
Yeah, let's jump on the snake and then do a shiny check.
Give me all your money
no.
in a paper bag.
Let me see. Spot hidden. Oh. Well, I'm gonna spend one luck point and get at 50 out of 50.
Okay. So taking a quick look over this creature, you note that it does have a small pouch, and you can see in the top of the pouch as you're sort of wrestle your way onto its back and the pouch gets jostled, that there are at least 2 of the small, greenish explosives, which are the paralysis ones, and there looks like there's 1 of the explosive grenades. So there's 3 of these crystals in its pouch that it has not yet utilized.
I whisper, "He's got stuff in his pouch. Get it out." And then I scream, "Hey, don't come near or I'll shoot."
Okay. Hank,
So sorry, guys.
Hank, who's kind of leaning against the wall, kind of holding the bite that's sort of trickling a little bit of a pus coming out of the bite, looks across and is like, what the hell? And kind of looks down at the wound and looks back at the corridor, noting the sound now of the footfalls. He's going to move away from the opening, and he is going to attempt to kind of wrap this wound quickly using first aid, because he's struggling a little bit. But he is just having a hell of a time as he's trying to sort of wrap the wound. He seems like he's in quite a bit of pain. So, after Hank, Sol, what would you like to do?
So the incoming forces, have they responded at all to Olive's demand?
No, verbal response. You still see the shadows getting closer as they're at a full run down that hallway.
Okay. So Olive has the one at gunpoint. There's the other one right next to Kiyo, and then there's the other one's incoming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's booms in the pouch.
Booms.
Big booms. Okay, small booms.
They might be big
So,
booms.
I think
They're paralyzed booms.
And one big boom.
right.
And one boom boom.
We're calling them
The
boom.
boom.
We're calling them boom booms from now on. The explosive ones. They are now
You're
officially
welcome.
boom booms. All right, sorry, Derek.
No, you're fine. I think Kiyo is capable enough. So is it possible to like ready an action? Call of Cthulhu, is that?
Yeah, I would allow like if you want to ready like a shot from your gun or something, you can ready something to be waiting.
Yeah, I think he'll shoulder his rifle for the shadowy figures and just kind of wait for one of them to enter the as Kiyo said, the meat grinder. But yeah, just kind of give that extra oomph to Olive's demand that there's not only a gun pointed at this one snake's head, there's also a gun pointed at their heads. And if they continue, he'll take his shot.
Fair enough. Dr. Viola.
Yeah, I want to try and get that big boom out of the pouch, activate it, and throw it in the tunnel.
Ooh. Okay. So why don't you?
Don't blow myself up.
Well, that's true. Don't blow yourself
That
up.
would be one hell of a way to end this campaign. Just
Yeah, it's like,
everyone
I'll
gets-
blow us all. Kingdom come.
I would say either sleight of hand or dexterity, or I would even say if you want to go for a luck roll to safely snatch the explosive grenade from the pouch, any of those. You also still have an advantage die. Just so you know. And I will say I will let you decide if you want to use the advantage die after you roll.
Okay, so I'm not good at sleight of hand. I don't have all that much luck, I think. All right, let's go with dexterity. Ah.
Now don't forget, you can either use your advantage or you can spend luck to make that a success. It would cost you 9 points of your luck.
Yes, I will spend 9 points of my luck.
Okay. So, you snatch this explosive grenade from inside the pouch. Now, you know, as you snatch it out, you know that you need to put your thumbs down on either side and hold it. You have to hold it for at least 5 seconds, and then it has a 5-second detonation. If you hold it longer, however long you hold those down, up to 1 minute, how long do you want to hold those down?
I would say for about 7 seconds.
Okay, about 7 seconds. So you snatch this gem, put your thumbs down on either side of this gem, and you're holding it for 7 seconds. In those 7 seconds, the shadows come around the corner, and there is a kerfuffle of running small little lizard people charging down this hallway towards you all. You think all of those bright little eyes you saw in that other room are just charging down this hallway. So, Dr. Viola, I need you to roll me a throw roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh. There's a smile.
I think I want to use my advantage and roll that again.
Okay. Go for it.
For Pete's sake.
You're a little bit closer. It's only 17 points of luck away from...
I don't
six.
have that much.
Oh,
Can I
boy.
offer my automatic 20 to someone?
Oh. I would say yes, you could, if you would like to give it away for a
By all
successful...
means.
Okay.
It's like he probably
Yeah.
bumps me from behind, and I'm like,
I will
I
say...
think you're like lining up, getting ready. He just kind of bumps you. Wah!
I
Throws it way
am
harder
going
than
to say,
Ted.
because Solomon is willing to sacrifice his 20, we're going to let you keep that advantage roll for another time, as that only seems fair.
Yes.
All right, so Solomon, seeing the doctor's throw, it looks like it's going to go a little off center, quickly sort of corrects your arm. It's no, that way, and you throw this device, and it kind of sails over the top of the heads of a few of these creatures that are at the head of the pack, and a couple of them sort of heads, eyes turn to follow it, recognizing this thing, what this is. Others in the middle of the pack, maybe not really understanding what exactly this is and is about to happen. All right, so Doctor, please roll me 4d6. Okay. Now, I will say one thing you did notice of the first bunch that are coming through the doorway. You do note that there is sort of this shimmer kind of around them. At least not all, but a few of them have the shimmer. And you're like, huh. And you kind of realize what this is when the explosion kind of hits and kind of crystallizes it, and then the little shimmering field sort of shatters around them. So it looks like a few of them may have had those shields that, in the center, I would say that you detonate and kill about a good chunk in the middle, who maybe were not armored and armed and ready. And a few at the back, you don't see, but you hear the hissing and snorting, and like smoke fills that corridor as this has detonated around them. And they're like lunging into the room. So the first few kind of make it into the room. Their special shields already gone and having taken some explosive damage. This group at the back has to kind of pick its way over some of their fallen friends and through some debris now from the explosion as part of the tunnel kind of starts to sort of collapse in. So they're kind of held up in the middle of the center back there. But they have no other action this turn because the explosion sort of staggers them as they come through, and they can't really do anything else right now. So with that, let's see. Doctor, do you still want to stay kind of amongst this little group where Olive is wrestling her lizard person, or do you want to kind of move and get kind of away from this incoming group of small snakes?
Well, is there anything in this area that would give me cover?
You could probably tip over a bookshelf and use it as cover if you wanted to. Like I said, there's a lot of debris here from your initial explosion inside of the space.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to get some cover between me and the incoming, so I can shoot him from behind cover.
Okay, so the doctor kind of rolls behind a bookshelf that she kicks over as she goes after causing this gigantic explosion. Then, so I do believe, Sol, you were readying an action should anything happen.
I sure was.
Do you want to do anything in this moment as these snake people sort of pile into the room?
Yeah, I think he'll take a shot at as many as he can. If he can line up two of them in a single line, I know it's not how it works, but yeah, he'll definitely be taking a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a success. And because they're sort of staggered from the explosion, they're not going to have an opportunity to try to dodge. So you do 10 points of damage. We'll say that goes off on the one at the very front here. And let me roll. Because, boom. Oh, your bullet hits it as it's still kind of shaking its head, probably from the ringing in its ears. Your bullet hits it as it sort of shakes its head right in your direction, right between the eyes, and it goes flying backward and lands in the midst of the rest of them and kind of rolls over unmoving as you think you have shot it and killed it in one shot.
All right, the rest of you, go ahead and just stay where you are, and we won't have to kill any more of you.
They hiss in anger in your direction at this comment. Like, perhaps they do sort of understand you, but eyes flicking to the dead bodies of their comrades, and they look incensed and angry. So, Kiyo, what would you like to do?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How big radius do the paragrenades hit for with?
Oh, that is a good question. Let me look for you. The paralysis grenades. Do. Oh. 3 yards. So they affect everything within a 3-yard radius. So basically, we'll say a 20-foot diameter circle.
All right. So that would easily hit those, the snake people there.
I would say yes. The spaces where they're not more than 20 feet total distance apart from each other, having come out of that tunnel.
And it lasts for a bit of time, or does it?
This will last. Let's see.
Like, I could remember that it kind of dropped an area thing, right?
So yes, the gas itself sort of lingered for about 12 to 20 seconds, and then the actual paralysis effect seemed to last for quite a bit of time. Like, Sol was paralyzed for quite a bit of time. Mechanically speaking, it's 1d10 plus 5 rounds.
All right.
So at least 5 rounds of freeze.
So yeah, Kiyo's gonna retrieve herself one of those paragrenades and toss it over at them.
Excellent. So it's same thing as the doctor. You take out one of these little things and hit the sides. Beep, 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 beep.
For her, she doesn't use her thumbs because she
right.
kind of pushes it against her, pushes it against a other body part.
Yeah, I like to
activate.
I like to think, like, holding it like against your chest, and like your little finger and your thumb just go on either side of it until it's ready, and then you just flick it.
Woof.
I like that. So, Kiyo, go ahead and make me a throw roll to see how accurately you can throw this into the midst of these creatures.
That's a crit.
Oh,
got a 1.
Wow. Okay, so you lob it, and it goes sort of just behind and in the middle behind these creatures. They need to roll. Do they get to see? Let's see. All right, so they need an extreme con roll in order to negate this effect. Their con is a 60, so they're going to need like a 10 on this. Oh boy. All right, here we go. 4 of them. Okay, he definitely fails. Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, okay. Well, Kiyo, go ahead and roll me a d10 plus 5, please.
All right. That'll be 11.
That will be 11. Oh my. So this gas just expands out behind them, and they all turn their heads in surprise, and you see them like try to hold their breath, but they're still coughing and spitting from the other explosion. So they struggle and they can't do it. And next thing you know, you can see them in this greenish cloud just sort of slowly stop moving and kind of falling over, locked in position. Sol, you know exactly what this is. It was very uncomfortable.
And then, yeah, with that, she'll just get herself into a bit of a better situation. She's going to keep herself looking at this guy here, the one there now. Just kind of turn back with her gun ready.
The other thing that you all realize with Kiyo launching that and kind of filling up that section of the tunnel is she has effectively slowed the progress of any others that are coming down the tunnel, because they're going to probably have to wait for that mist to dissipate, or they'll be affected by it as well. So you know that this is kind of giving you a bit of a reprieve. So Olive, as this all happens, you are having a wrestling match with your new friend. What are you going to do?
Is he like fighting me or?
Oh, definitely. He is most definitely swinging around and fighting you. Actually, I did forget to give him a turn after you jumped on his back. So let's see what he does with you on his back. You are holding on to him. He is going to... He attempts to just kind of like reach back with a clawed hand, and he tries to like slash at you with his claws, kind of trying to peel you off. So let's see. I'm going to give him a disadvantage on this, so I have to take the lower roll because you are behind him. So, okay. Oh boy. Both are successes, but one is less of a degree of success. So he does slash at you, Olive, with his claws. And does 3 points of damage to you. Now, you don't have a major wound, right? You've never taken enough to be more than half your total hit points, correct?
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, you
half my.
No, but I mean, did you ever take a wound that was half your total hit points in one shot?
My total completely, like, or the total that I have right now?
No, the total completely. Like, so if you had 16 hit points, did you ever take like 8 or more at one time? I don't think you did.
I
don't think so.
I had 23 to begin with.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever taken 12 or 11 hit points at one time.
No.
Okay, so you don't have a major wound. The reason for it is if you have a major wound and you take damage at certain points, like you might have to roll for things, but as it is, you probably have now, 3 hit points left?
Yes.
Okay, so he slashes you with his claws. Luckily, his claws are not poisonous, so you don't have to roll a con save. He just kind of gashes on the side of your face, trying to pull you off, and slashes at you. Now, I will say, as he's gashing at you, you can try to avoid that damage if you want to try to dodge it. He did have a hard success on this.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, if you dodge, you won't have an action on your turn.
Yeah, I would like to take the action.
Okay, so he slashes Olive, and then Olive, it is your turn.
I would like to
shoot him in the head.
Yes.
Okay. Because you have your gun point blank to his head, you get advantage on this.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna okay, I mean the first one I rolled was 18.
Okay.
So
and what is your to hit on that?
A
success would be what?
Success would be 25.
Okay, so you got a success, so you can roll damage on him. I like that he's at disadvantage while she's at advantage because she's on his back. All right, 2 damage. So you shoot. He does manage to get his head slightly aside, so the bullet grazes across him and across his face. So it doesn't hurt him as much as it would have, but he still hisses in pain. And then Hank, unsuccessfully tending to his wound, he is going to turn his gun. He points at the snake creature that Olive is holding.
Oh.
And he yells at you, "Get the hell off and I'll shoot the damn thing!" As he levels the gun, but he does not pull the trigger while you're there.
Okay.
So if at any point he gets a clear shot, he looks like he's ready. So, Sol, what would you like to do?
If Hank is going to target the one that Olive is wrestling with, there's still the one that's over by Kiyo. I think he'll take a
Yes.
shot at that one.
Okay.
First shot fail. Oh well. Rolled a 99.
Oh, malfunction.
Yes, that is a malfunction.
All right.
Can I give him my advantage on that and have him roll that again?
Ooh. I'll say yeah. I'm okay with that.
Thank you.
That's
Much better. Right on the money. The shot goes off. Now, that's a success. This creature is just going to try and do its dodge, as it is very badly injured, and this, it realizes, could kill it. So what's its dodge roll? Alright, so it does try to dodge out of the way. So it needs to get a hard success to get out of the way. Boom. Oh my god, it actually rolls out of sight into the corner and just somersaults away from the shot, and the shot hits right where it was as it does it. But now it has no action on its turn because it used its dodge to get out of your way. So, it's ninja snakes, yes. Sol, do you stay where you are? You've got you've got Olive and the snake person sort of wrestling kind of within a couple feet of you over here.
Yeah, I think he's going to stand there just in case Olive gets thrown off and maybe he can catch her on the way down. But yeah, I think he's going to stay close there and definitely not move towards the paralyzing gas. He's had enough of that.
Okay. All right, so Dr. Viola, you are hiding behind your bookshelf. There are a bunch of paralyzed snake people. What do you want to do?
Do I have a clear shot at the one that Olive is riding?
You have a shot at it. I will say, though, that because they are so entangled, if you were to miss, you have a chance of hitting Olive.
Right. Am I close enough that I could run over and attack it with my knife?
Oh, yes. Yes, you are. And then there's not a worry about a mischance.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, you run over, and as you sort of run in with your knife, this thing spins with Olive on its back, and its tail, like, clocks you and throws off your stab. So, Olive, you just watch as the doctor, like, goes across in front of you with the knife, and now you're all kind of in this mass kind of fight over here. Sol kind of moved away from that. All right, so we're back around. Let's see. Kiyo, what do you want to do?
Well,
I should have probably turned that into a scalpel. That would be way, way cooler than a knife, a small knife. Let's make that just, canon. That was a scalpel. There was that crazy doctor coming flying over with a scalpel and got knocked over.
I like it.
well, there's the one that apparently the two of them are trying to deal with, but Kiyo will just walk over to this one here and take a shot at it with her shotgun.
Okay.
All right, I got just a regular success, 75 over 80.
All right, and that's the one that rolled away from Sol?
Yes, the ninja snake.
Ninja snake. Gotta catch those ninja snakes.
Yeah, you don't want him coming backstabbing you.
Very cool. Also, I'm catching up on some notes in my thing, and everyone got an advantage from Foxfire.
Ooh.
So I'm going to add everybody an advantage in, too. Courtesy of the Vivacia official fan club. So there you go. All right, so you fire, you succeed. He can't dodge again because he dodged already. So
it's literally what we just did was the 1-2 of dodge this. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
oh my. Okay, 15 points of damage.
Shotguns are terrifying,
They're terrifying. Oops, that's not a D, that's a C.
both in real life and in game.
Okay, that is the end of Ninja Snake. Ninja Snake is no more.
He didn't stand a ghost of a chance.
Did not.
Not snaking out of that one.
All right.
And then, yeah.
So at the bottom of the round, the creature riding on the back of Olive.
That's the creature riding on the back of Olive.
Or the creature with Olive on its back. Strike that, reverse it. Yep, you got me.
I thought it would be like the shoulder angel devil. Both of them are telling her to do something stupid.
Because the doctor sort of lunged in front of it, it will try to slash at the woman with the scalpel who is trying to stab it. So, it tries to, but it I think Olive like squeezes in that moment and it pulls and slashes thin air and can't get to you. So, as it does that, from Sol, you kind of move to sort of get some cover, get back out of the way. So as you're kind of there watching this all happen, now the mist is like about halfway done dissipating on the ones that are paralyzed. You can hear the ones in the tunnel up above kind of hissing and spitting, kind of waiting for their chance to get in here. A large shadow kind of comes out and sort of looms up over the top of you from behind. And I think as it does that, that's where we're going to stop for tonight. As this just large,
You do that? No!
slithering creature just rises up, coming up behind. And I think that you notice at first because you feel this chill kind of hit your back as it brings the cold air from this tunnel with it. And then the shadow just sort of looms up and over the top of you as you just turn and see one of these large snake creatures staring down at you. And this one, just for description, this creature is wearing a white tunic. It has one of the crystal beam weapons carried in one hand. You also see it has at least 2 of those paralysis grenades on it. And you see that it is surrounded in that shimmering field that you recognize now as that sort of armor that comes from those little crystals. It also has on its belt what look like keys on a key ring. And this creature just sort of comes out looming over the top of you, Sol, as we fade out for this session. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Survived again.
Olive, how are you doing this?
Cal is like, I'm trying so hard. How am I not dying?
I am impressed. I am impressed all the way around. I like the use of the explosive devices. Very well placed. And also the paralysis device. Also very well placed.
It's going to give us the perfect... As a person who plays a lot of tactical shooters, I'm like, perfect. Smoke grenades are the best thing to stop a choke point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're the person you're trying to smoke out is absolutely nuts, they're not going to cross through that smoke.
It's true. I'm just curious to see, like, I like this because you also know, like, unless you find another way out, that is the way back out. Like, all the exits were on the level above. Excuse me, so... It's pretty interesting. And also, both Hank and Olive are looking a bit worse for wear as we continue deeper into this facility.
It's so funny to me because I'm sitting here with, I think, the highest HP total of everybody, and I've taken no damage.
That's because Kiyo is trained for these kind of things, you know?
Not without lack of trying. I keep trying to put myself into situations to get hurt where other people won't, and they just keep ignoring her or missing her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. They like beating up on Callie.
I mean, Callie kind of puts herself in these situations. We can't hear you, Callie.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I was gonna say I kind of put myself in these situations.
You asked
with
for
Olive.
this.
Yeah, I started like, she started being really stupid, and I was like, all right, let's just go stupid, go crazy, let's do it.
Sometimes you just gotta
He's
go
making
back a
it
little
fun.
ape shit.
So, but with that, why don't we're going to go around and everybody can do any plugs they have. And I think that we're going to start with Callie because, Callie is the dear Olive who is still alive after at least 2 sessions where we thought Olive would not be. So, hi, Callie.
I know. I feel like all of my characters are in like deep doo-doo, and like every time I'm like, I tell my grandma, I'm like, I think my character's gonna die. She's like, again? So like, yeah. So yeah, you can find me at Cap Callie on Twitter. I do art. I have commissions. I'm in a lot of games. My next game is tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Scotty Hood's channel. It's a Humblewood Curse of Strahd game. I am in the castle by myself, working for Strahd. I got Ismark and what I think is a werewolf out of the dungeons, and now I'm here all by myself, and I just met a little kooky dude who has voices around him, so I wonder what that's about.
Boy, oh boy. We all know what that is.
Yeah, even I know what that is. So I was like, oh no, I forgot about this guy. And so, yeah, so if you want to watch me in mortal peril once more, check out our Mists of Kryn's Valley tomorrow at 7. Yay!
Yay. How about you, Vex?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at VexyHexy. You can also find me, I do a few streams every other Thursday, alternating off of this week. So instead of the first and third, it's the second and fourth weeks. Callie and I are in a game called Saffron Academy, where we play. We go to a magic university, pretty much, and it's great. Aya runs it, so it's super adorable. And she just finished all the art for the characters, and it's even more super adorable. But you can find that at Fractured Moon D&D. Also, I'm trying to think of what else. You can also find me on every other Saturday. I play on Heroes Without Limits, or H Without Limits, on Silver and Steel, which is a Witcher game. And we're starting up soon again, and I'm super pumped for that because we have not played in a while, and it's going to be great. Our GM is a freelancer for our Talsorian, so they've got some real good stuff. That's about it right now.
Excellent. And Vivacia, what about you?
Well, on Twitch, you can find me as Vivacia. On the Twitter, you can find me as Miss Vivacia. You can still find me here after months and months and months and months after we were supposed to be done. I think we're never going to stop this game. Let's be honest. We can just keep playing.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I love this group. And also, I mean, 2020, like, really altered a ton of plans. So might as well,
It's like we were supposed to have 12 weeks. Yeah, this 12 weeks are over. So here with these loves, on Fridays, I'm on Encounter Roleplay at 9 p.m. EST, where we're playing at Zweihander Short Campaign, which is a piratey game where I'm a blonde elf sharpshooter with a French accent, and she loves Ziboom. We just met a vampire, and one of our crew members might have a demon godmother. That is going to be interesting this Friday. We're starting off with one of our crew members overboard with an assassin. They're fighting underwater. That was a cliffhanger. I know Jeannie is very good at those too. Mm-hmm. On Mondays, I just started a long-term D&D campaign on the Dalelands. And that one is on Wily Hobbit, where I'm playing the absolute opposite of Elise. which is Runwin, which is a baby Azamar artificer who has. It's the first time she ever left Mistdale. We're in Dagger Falls. And somebody was trying to replace books in the Lord's library and put fakes in that were not talking about the Cult of the Dragon. So now we're having to find the person who was trying to do that. And she's such a dork. I'm not even kidding. She knows nothing. We have one dude there, one magician. He's from the South. He's talked about dinosaurs. And she thought they were cows. And he said, no. They're eating like 3 boars every day. Now, she really thinks dinosaurs are bovine creatures who eat pigs. She is the sparkly-eyed, sheltered Azimar artificer with a little clockwork sparrow called Penny Swoops. So if you want to see us being dorky, this is Mondays at 7:30 EST on the Wily Hobbit. And that one we're going to play until we all get sick of each other. So lots of chances to watch us.
Best kind of games.
In both of them, my hair color is different. So Vivi is hiding.
Very nice. And D-Sword, what do you have going on?
Actually, a lot. Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. You can find me on Twitter and Discord as DSword16. On Friday nights, I will be playing as a swampy bugbear druid named Griaz over on Graham Cracker's channel for Gold Shine Investigations. Those episodes are Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday afternoons, I can be found on Over Open for Adventure, for the Asmarin campaign. It's a dark campaign about a city controlled by devils and the people who try to fight back. You can come watch my super sad wizard Tyrion try to find love and hopefully not die in the process. That is Saturday afternoons at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Saturday evenings, I DM on the Stalwart Initiative, where I'm currently running Ventures in the Verse, a dark matter campaign from the Mage Hand Press. And that is Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, and we're a little over halfway through, so it's getting to the good stuff. And I am also the co-host of the very sexy podcast Monster Crush. Every episode, my co-host Heavenly and I try to find the best monster smooches from an assortment of cryptids, monsters, aliens, ghosts, and other miscellaneous paranormal abominations. And Monster Crush can be found wherever you download podcasts.
Outstanding. And I'm Jeanette. Hi. You can mostly find me here on every other Sunday at 4:30 p.m. for Skull and Shackles, D&D 5e campaign. Every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. here for this campaign. And every other Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for our Beneath the Burning Sun Call of Cthulhu campaign. Also, when I'm not playing over here, which is usually Saturdays, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, every week, Callie and I are playing in Scotty's on Scotty Hood's channel in the Chaos Crew game, DM'd by Dylan. And every other Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm in a Ghost of Saltmarsh game that Scott is DMing, which is very much fun. Other than that, I'm on Twitter too, down below with my JEBriggs79, and so you can follow and see what's going on. So I think that's all for tonight. I'm glad we're back. I missed this. I've been waiting for Snake Adventures and Old West for a little bit now, so I've been looking forward to it. I've missed the group, so I'm glad we're all back. And thank you everyone who watched. Thank you for the donation from Foxfire for our players. Now everybody starts next session with an advantage, which could come in handy. And also thank you so much for Celestina Kitty, who rated tonight. And I hope everyone has a great week. Take care, and we'll be back next time. Bye.
Bye.